Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya Luisa, and in today's video I'm going to be talking all about king energy, queen energy, and the divine feminine. So how this video became a video, how I started out with this whole concept, this whole topic, was I was out to dinner with my cousin and we were talking about love, and we were talking about her love life and what's going on with her, because she's definitely, she's kissed a lot of frogs. So I wanted to know, like, yeah, what's up with you? And so she was basically has been in this pretty whack relationship for a long time with a guy he's stringing her along. And you would think that, if she's my cousin, she would listen to me, but you know how it is with family. So anyway, he's been stringing her along for years. And I asked her, well, what do you want? Like, be clear on what you want. So then when things that you don't want, people that you don't want come into your life, you're very clear and you could just be like, deuces. So she was like, this is what she wanted. She wanted a guy that is spiritual. She wanted a guy that's going to take care of her. She wanted a guy that could hold space for her emotions. She wanted a guy that was going to protect her. She wanted so many things, which is great. But what I noticed, the subtle energies of what I noticed in her list of things that she was looking for. And I think this happens a lot. And I used to do this myself. There was qualities that she was looking for in her future partner that she needed to activate within herself. She was looking to the external for what she needed to cultivate from within in order to feel whole, in order to feel grounded, in order to feel solid, in order to feel happy. So one thing that I will always teach you about the divine masculine and the divine feminine. The divine masculine is the higher realms of masculine energy. So I want you to think about this. Think about a man with masculine energy who is grounded, who is solid, who every time he says he's going to do something, he does it. He's consistent. He's focused. He's on purpose. He has drive. He's just that type of guy. So when you're around that type of energy, how do you feel? You feel safe. You feel like, yeah, I could totally surrender. I could totally be open and receiving and flowing in my feminine energy around that energy, of course. Because we know that around that type of energy, around that divine masculine energy, the feminine feels safe. And when the feminine feels safe, she emerges. She comes forward. She comes like open. So think about this. There's another masculine energy guy who's hot and he's cold. He doesn't always do what he says he's gonna do. He's a little just inconsistent. Sometimes he's pushing you away. Sometimes he's pulling you in. You never really know what you're gonna get from day to day. It's not consistent. It's not solid. So think about that energy. When you're around that energy, that type of masculine energy, can you really truly be in your feminine? Absolutely not. You know that it's not really safe. You're going to be contracted. Your own masculine energy is going to, it's just the contraction of the feminine because the healthy masculine is not there, because that energy is still going to keep you like on your toes and alert. What's he going to do next? Why is he acting like this? There's not that feeling of safety. There's not that feeling of groundedness. So from those two examples, I want you to know that that divine masculine, that first example of being grounded, of being solid, of being on purpose, of having drive, of being safe, that energy is the energy you need to have awakened within yourself. your own divine masculine. That is the energy that you have to have within yourself. Your own consistency, your own keeping up with, doing what you say you're gonna do, your own boundaries, all of these things. And boundaries, not in a form of like I'm protecting and I'm keeping everyone away, but boundaries of having those standards for yourself, of knowing how you want to be treated, knowing who you want around your energy, who do you want to connect your energy to, and being okay with not aligning with everyone that's just jumping in your space. You know, having that divine masculine energy activated within you is the way that we come into wholeness. That is the sacred marriage that we have within ourselves that allows our feminine energy to fully emerge into the realm of the queen. So when we don't have that activated from within, what happens is we act like my cousin who is searching for that outside of herself. So that any time that she does experience a little bit of that, what's she gonna do? She's gonna cling to that. She's gonna put him on this high pedestal. She's gonna be clingy. She's gonna be needy. She's gonna be like really relying on his energy in order to feel whole. And that doesn't feel good to him. So the king energy is not looking for a servant. The king energy is not looking for anyone that is not whole. The king energy is looking for a queen. So in order to attract a king, you have to be awakened in your queen energy. You cannot be searching like hungry ghosts looking for someone to help you to feel safe. You have to embody that safety from within. We cannot be looking to someone to make us feel like to make us feel happy, to be responsible for our happiness, to be responsible for our emotions, to be responsible for all of these things. We have to find that from within ourselves first. That is the only way to attract a healthy alpha man. Because a healthy alpha man is looking for a healthy feminine woman, aka a queen, in her queendom. So what happens if we're not in our own wholeness? If we don't have that sacred marriage from within, the divine feminine and the divine masculine marriage from within us, then anytime that there's this energy comes around us, it's like you just leech onto it. It becomes like a drug, because when you're around them, you feel whole, you feel safe, you feel all the things, you feel happy, you feel love, you feel your feminine energy. But let's say they leave. Let's say they don't want to be with you anymore. Let's say they go on a business trip. You're going to be a mess because you're looking for that drug. You're looking for that dopamine. You're looking for that hit because they are the one that is providing it. And they can feel that. And it does not feel good. It does not feel good. It feels clingy. It feels pushy. They can feel that responsibility. They can also feel that lack of wholeness that you have. And it's just not attractive. It's not attractive. It's not the type of energy that they're going to move towards. They're going to be pushing that away. They're going to be pushing that away. And so how do we awaken into our own divine masculine? This is something that is my own observation. So a huge part of the divine masculine within all of us, the masculine energy, is the energy that, first of all, is our boundaries. Yes, because we have to feel and create that sense of safety within ourselves, no matter if the partner is there or not. We have to have those strong boundaries. We have to have those high standards. That's number one. And two, what I see is that for my clients who do not know their purpose. If they're working a 9 to 5 and they're just in the working and they understand that during these hours, I'm just working in my job because I gotta pay my bills, but don't know or have that creative outlet. What happens is there's tends to be a type of servant energy. The servant energy is the energy of I have to give. It's the over giving energy. It's not being able to receive anything. It's really not knowing your worth, so that every space that you go into, you cannot receive, but you always feel like you have to give because you don't feel worthy. It's you're working and you're working and you're working, and then you go into spaces, and let's say if someone wants to take you out to dinner, you feel like you have to do something for them. If someone wants to gift you something, you feel like, oh, I gotta give you something back. They cannot receive, just receive to receive. Because it's a working energy. So how do we get out of that? We have to find our passion. You have to find your purpose on this earth. You have to find your creative outlet. You have to find the thing that's when you're doing it, time just passes. You can't even tell. It's just something that you would do whether you get paid or not. It just opens your heart, makes you feel alive. It makes you feel it's your gift to the world. So when you have that creative outlet, when you have that, whether it's dancing, painting, baking, making jewelry, singing, pole dancing, whatever is your thing, you must find that. You must find that creative outlet, because what that does is that through that creativity, through that gift of your heart, that is what keeps your heart open. That's what keeps you in love. It's through your creativity. It's through your purpose. And when you have purpose on this earth, you have that creative outlet, and it's keeping your heart open, you're not relying on someone else to open your heart. You can do it yourself through your art, through your skill, through your divine gifts. Because your own inner masculine, your own divine masculine within you has purpose, wants to do something, wants to gift the world something, wants to be in purpose, wants to, create a legacy. There's something within all of us that wants to create a legacy, to leave our mark on this earth. And when we don't find that, I find, it's my observation, and it's true, that when certain women don't find that, they look for that in their partner. And sometimes it's through their purpose. So you're in this servant energy, serving someone else's purpose, serving someone else's creativity, while within yourself that you're suffering. With the divine masculine within you is kind of disgusted by it. It's like you have your own divine masculine within you that wants to emerge. That's yo, I'm here to do something on this planet. I'm here to make my mark. And through your own divine masculine, that's how your feminine emerges. That's how your divine feminine emerges. That's how you keep your heart open. So whether your partner is with you or they're not, your heart is open. You're in love. You're in love with your life. You're in love with your body. You're in love with your essence. You're in love with your glow. You're in love with your femininity. You're in love with yourself completely, whether your partner is there or not. So what I find with my client, and definitely with my cousin too, is that the guy knows what to say. He knows what to do to kind of string her along, little breadcrumbs, because she's not gifting herself any of that. So if you yourself are gifting yourself love, affection, if you're telling yourself wonderful things about yourself, if you have a high concept of self, and when you think about yourself, you think about your body, you think about your essence, you think about your creativity, you're in love. You're in love with your own essence. Then when someone else says something, a compliment or anything, it doesn't move you as much. It doesn't chain you to them. It doesn't make you feel completely different. It doesn't give you like a hit of a drug. But if you're so depleted, inside and not awakened in your purpose and not awakened in your own divine masculine, then when something outside gives you any little shower, any little gift, any little piece of attention, it's like you cling to it like a drug, because it is a drug. It is a drug because it literally changes the chemicals within your body, because you're not giving that to yourself. So you kind of just get hooked into someone else's energy. They don't like that. They don't want it. They don't respect it. A king wants a queen. So awaken in your own queendom. Awaken in your own queen energy. Rise in your queen energy. And then, and only then, you will attract nothing but kings. So this is the point where it's like essential for you to be so brutally honest with yourself. Just be honest. Be so honest with where you are. Because through that honesty, through those honest moments, that's the time that you can emerge. That's the time that you can tweak, the time that you can change. But if we just lie to ourselves, then the transformation can't occur. So one way to be honest is to look at, who are the men I'm attracting? That's the divine mirror. If you're attracting predators, kind of like, we're all whales, right? We're all human whales, and we're all emitting a frequency, like the sonar, how the whales speak to each other. And so that's our human frequency. We're all emitting it. And so if you're emitting a certain frequency, you're going to get that feedback based off of who you're pulling into your life. So if you're getting predators, that's information for you. Be honest. But we're stepping out of that victimhood. We're stepping out of that whole, he did this to me. Take responsibility for everything you see in your life, because it's you. You cannot blame your love life on anyone else. It's not them. It's you. And that's the beautiful thing, because that gives you the power to then make some different changes, to make some different decisions, to make some different moves in your life. There might be parts of you that need to heal. There might be parts of you that need to mature and just fall so deeply in love with yourself, in love with your body, in love with your essence, in love with your own queendom of what you've built. Then, and only then, you're going to attract a healthy, masculine king. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I have step by step deep inner work in the feminine realm in my course, Radiant Goddess. It is the juicy feminine mystery school. I put my heart and soul into it, and you get lifetime access. So it's linked in the description below. Please join us if it's aligned for you, and I wish you the best on your journey to attracting your king. Peace and love.